They saying Durk and THF Bayzoo tried to kill Quando, man.
After King Von was killed, all Lil Durk could see and hear was slide for Von. In every single one of his comment sections, he was taunted, and many believe he crashed out due to the overwhelming amount of pressure.
Yeah, and we was trying to say that too. Like, yeah, everybody's saying slide for Von, but what's gonna happen to you? You still got a life too. Now you in jail, Von still gone, and you ain't even killed the right person. So what really was the point of that? And you being mad at Quando instead of Tim, it just don't make sense.
To get revenge for Von. But the feds are alleging that Lil Durk slid for Von immediately. And within the third superseding indictment, there was a little paragraph stating, alleging that Lil Durk tried to get Quando killed at the very first show he performed following Von's death. Now again, this is the third superseding indictment of none other than Lil Durk. Scrolling down to the overt acts, number 1 would be dated on November 7th of 2020.
Man, when I tell you that they stacking these indictments like crazy, they trying to get that man under the jail.
The day after an associate of Quando shot and killed King Von. Defendant Banks, aka Durk, texted a co-conspirator, "I can't let this slide. I ain't letting shit slide. Von dying turned me into a different animal." Following the killing of Von on November 6, 2020, Durk used coded language telling co-conspirators that he would pay a bounty or monetary reward to anyone who took part in the killing of Quando Rondo. On or before January 21st, 2021, Durk filmed and starred in an unreleased clip of a music video titled Redman, in which Durk is depicted chasing and shooting an actor who looks substantially similar to Quando. In the video, as depicted in the below screenshots, Durk first views multiple online posts related to Von's death. After, Durk, who's seen wearing a mask, fires multiple gunshots directly at the Quando lookalike and executes him at short range. Now, taking a closer look at this, you can see Durk staring at his phone, in which there's multiple posts of Von's death, and then you
snitching on yourself though. Ain't even really think about it. You snitching on yourself as we speak.
You see this acted out shooting in which a masked man is portrayed standing over Quando Rondo in the notorious all-black Dickie fit with the hoodie. And this imagery is significant because if you remember when Von was killed, what Lil Tim, the killer, was wearing, it was the same black Dickie fit, and Quando Rondo would have everybody dressed the same when he dropped End of Story. Obviously, End of Story was a play on King Von's songs Crazy Story, and this was really Quando's official response to the situation. He was quiet for a minute. A lot of people were like, all right, is he gonna come out and be like, yo, I didn't want that to happen? Is he gonna stand on it? And Quando stood on that shit with full force, reenacting and dressing up like the night Von was killed. So Durk having an actor literally wear that same outfit, you can see why this would be significant to the case. And again, it says that this music video was filmed on January 21st, but it was never released. Now, I have no idea if Quando got word, but that next month, February 12th, 2021, Quando would drop this song in which he basically has an actor who looks like Durk, and they shot the shit out of him. So both of these guys were making videos basically fantasizing on killing each other, but apparently Durk was the only one who was serious. But the reason we're all here today for this video is on or about May 21st, 2021, defendants Banks and Grant, which is Durk and Vonnie, and co-conspirator 6, and others known and unknown conspired to kill Quando, resulting in multiple co-conspirators following Quando and his entourage after Quando's concert near Blackshear, Georgia, and attempted to kill Quando with multiple firearms outside of a gas station. Now this is where everything is about to get crazy. Now Von was killed, I believe, November 7th, so this was only weeks after, and Quando was reacting to his show getting shut down by the police.
The fucking mail and the police done cancel the show, cuz that shit got me blowed. Cause we've been ready On 6, so we been ready to put a, another, under,
I mean, even what he just said, they're all dressed like Lil Tim, and he said, we've been ready to put another one under. Basically, we ain't scared of nothing, we ain't ducking nothing, and we'll kill another one of y'all. But again, that was literally weeks after Vaughn was killed in 2020. Fast forward to May of 2021, he was able to book a show in Georgia, and this is how it played out. So a flyer was released, Quando Rondo performing live, and it was gonna be a bunch of NBA guys. You know, you had BBG Baby Joe, you had NBA Michi Baby, and you know, this is young boys people. The show is in Georgia, it's dated, where the show is gonna be is on the flyer. Everybody knew where this was gonna be at, and Quando did not come unprepared.
Fuck the meat of the block.
Not playing.
Oh, they pulled up ready.
Now, it wasn't that easy to see what all was going on, but Quando was saying, fuck the media, fuck the blogs. And everyone that was there, that's not like people waiting to watch the show. That's everyone he pulled up with. He pulled up allegedly 100 deep, and he also had armed security with rifles, like real actual.
Hey, that man said, if you want me, you're going to have to try your hardest. He pulled up about 30 deep. And then he had them big security guards. Man, hey.
Security guards, and then he had all of his goons with them. So they were prepared for the street shit, the legal shit, the every kind of shit that there was. You know, this wasn't like the gas station where they all look like Lil Tims and they're ready to kill. No, they had real security there too. Now, the show would go viral for being his first live show since the killing of, you know, Vaughn, but it would go viral for all the wrong reasons because it was basically empty with people saying the fans were scared to show up to the show. And for good reason, because apparently, according to the feds, people were waiting for Quando to leave so they could kill him. TMZ would be first to post Quando Rondo shot at in Georgia. Quando Rondo and his entourage were caught in a hail of gunfire at a convenience store in Georgia, and one man in his entourage was wounded. According to law enforcement sources, the shots rang out at around 3:20 a.m. Sunday in Blackshear while Quando and his crew were in a parking lot off the highway. Cops believe the shooter opened fire from across the road or from the highway. Our sources say police aren't aware of any bullets striking Quando because he was not at the scene when cops responded, but we're told he was in the parking lot before the shooting. The rapper was traveling with a large entourage, and we're told one man in the group was shot in the hand and got treatment at a local hospital. It's interesting, law enforcement says it appears Quando and his crew weren't at the convenience store long before shots rang out, and cops believe they were making a quick stop when the shooting started. As we reported, cops say Quando Rondo's crew was involved in a November shootout with King Von's entourage outside an Atlanta nightclub, which left Von dead. One of Quando's crew members was arrested for felony murder. Sunday morning shooting happened about 10 minutes from the nightclub where Quando performed Saturday night, and we're told the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is on the case. So Quando performed at this empty ass club, left with all of the people that he came with, pulled up to a convenience store, gas station.
So, I mean, they may not have killed him, but they sure played with his money. Because the club went full. Ain't nobody really show up for real. Everybody was scared of what was going to happen and retaliation and all that. So, they ain't kill him, but they sure played with his money.
Etc. Shots go off. They're literally 10 minutes away from the club, pull up to a gas station, somebody or a group of people get to firing, and one of Quando's people gets hit in the hand. Now keep in mind, this shooting happened on May 21st of 2021. 2 months before the shooting, Durk dropped the song Hellcats and Trackhawks, in which he said, "Search for his gun, where his pole at? We on his ass, where his shows at? He get away, we on his ass, where he parole at." Now, Durk's lyrics are definitely getting fully examined within this case, and the fact that he's saying basically in the song, alluding to We on his ass, where his show's at, you know, we're waiting on him to book something. And then when Quando actually is able to book a show, he gets shot at. I mean, the feds are alleging Durk was sliding immediately. Any chance possible, they were trying to kill Quando. Now again, this was Durk, Vonnie, and co-conspirator number 6. Well, my boy Trap Lord Ross has broken down that THF Bayzoo is confirmed as co-conspirator number 6 in paperwork accusing Durk and Bayzoo of trying to kill Quando in 2021.
Okay, the paperwork just came out saying Lil Durk and individual number 6, co-conspirator 6, all right, and Grant, which is OTF Vonnie, says that those are the guys that organized the hit on Quando Rondo on May 21st, 2021 after he played his first show in Blackshear, Georgia. I've been telling you for a couple of years now that Lil Durk was responsible for that shooting. But co-conspirator number 6, people wondering who that is THF Bayzoo. Some people saying there's no proof. I'm going to show you the proof. 100% co-conspirator 6 is THF Bayzoo, and this is why. Because in addition to the attempt on Quando's life in 2021, they also added this 2019 February 5th situation. This was where King Von and Lil Durk caught their attempted murder charges in Atlanta. There were only 4 people there that day. Lil Durk, Banks, you see Banks, King Von, Davon Bennett, they got DB there. Co-conspirator 6, who I think is THF Bayzoo, but people are saying, how can you be sure that's him? Well, the only other person who was there that day was a guy called AAB Hella Bands, right? This happened in 2019, and then they tried to kill Quando in 2021, and they saying co-conspirator 6 was in on that. Well, AAB Hella Bands, he got shot and killed on May 14th, 2019, so there ain't no way that he's co-conspirator 6. So that's confirmed it, that THF Bayzoo was co-conspirator number 6, and he was in on the hit where they first tried to kill Quando Rondo in 2021. But here's what I'm wondering. Why didn't THF Bayzoo get arrested with Lil Durk and them? If he on paperwork, they saying that he tried to organize a hit, why didn't he get picked up before he passed away? Obviously, rest in peace to Bayzoo. You know, he's not here, but that's so strange. Like, why wasn't he on this case? It's super confusing, but he was number 6, because
They're not trying to say he snitched, are they?
can't be him.
And that's crazy to think about, because Zoo was killed, you know, obviously after Durk was locked up. And if Zoo was actually picked up on this case, he would be alive to this day. You know, that's one of the sad realities of prison and getting locked up, is it keeps a lot of people alive that are on a path in life that only ends with death. Now, am I surprised that Zoo would be involved in this? I'm really not, because Zoo and Durk had a very close relationship, as did Zoo and Von. And when Zoo died, Durk was locked up. Durk was in the feds. So Durk gets the news most likely through a jail call. He's not going to be able to go to the funeral. He's not able to call any of Zoo's family. He's not able.
Man, and you know that gotta hurt too. This your partner, you feel me? Y'all knew each other for all these years, and y'all been cool, y'all been kicking it, and you in jail when they get killed. You can't go to the funeral, you can't pay a respect, you can't talk to the family, you can't do nothing. I know that gotta be eating him up inside.
Able to talk to Zoo's son. He's not. These were friends, brothers for years, and Zoo was killed in a crazy situation. And I had actually talked to Zoo a couple of times on the phone. I believe I still have his number in my phone. I literally still got him in there. But that's how this lifestyle plays out. Zoo wasn't playing. Zoo was accused of, you know, having killed some people, whatever. So I'm not surprised. But I'm wondering, the same situation where how it was Durk and Von in the Atlanta shooting, and they were the actual ones accused of doing it. Are they saying that Durk, Vonnie, and Zoo pulled up and shot? Or they organized it and had other people do it? That really hasn't been clarified in this situation.
And I can tell you one thing, Durk ain't do it. Durk ain't hop out and did nothing. I can tell you right now, Durk was probably somewhere in a nice house, or out driving a nice car, probably with his girl in the car with him. They probably went out shopping, and he paid somebody else to do it. That man Durk was not hopping out and getting his hands dirty.
But what they are saying is Durk tried to kill Quando immediately at the very first show, and somebody did get shot. And Durk is literally rapping, hey, we're gonna catch you at one of these fucking shows. We on his ass where his show's at. He get away, we on his ass where he paroles at.
And he's snitching on himself. And they gonna get him every time. They gonna get him every time because he won't stop telling on himself.
They were trying to do what they did. And some way, somehow, it just wasn't Quando's time. He survived more than one attempt on his life. Obviously lost Lil Pab in the process. Quando just got released to a halfway house. And imagine being him, hearing all these details coming out on how much, not even one person, but an entire group from Chicago with money behind them has been trying to kill you for years. And not for nothing, if we're gonna keep it 1,000, I've spoke to Quando Rondo too. I've talked to the man on the phone on FaceTime, and I'll be honest with you, he's cool. He's cool people. He doesn't come off overly gangster. Like, I remember talking to Zoo, and Zoo was straight up like, man, I'm a gangster. This the life I live. Da, 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 da. Like, he just, that's how he was. He was very aggressive, not toward.
And that lifestyle got him killed. Now imagine if he would have put all that energy trying to be gangster and to go making him some money. Getting out the hood, moving on with your life. Go to Miami. Go to Cali. Go do something with your life. But this lifestyle right here got you killed. Was it worth it?
It was me, but just his demeanor in general. He's letting it be known because we were speaking around the time people were trying to accuse him of ratting, you know, and he reached out to me and whatever. But when I spoke to Quando, he reached out because I dropped a video actually speaking up for him. And he was like, yo, I appreciate that, because at the time, Durk basically had the whole industry against him. And we just chopped it up and had a conversation. He was a cool dude, humble. He didn't come off overly ganged out and none of that extra shit. He just seemed like cool people. And it made me believe he really didn't even want this situation to happen, because at one point he was cool with Vaughn. But I think this thing played out how it played out, and he didn't have a choice but to pick a side and stand on it. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section.
Man, you already know my thoughts. I think the whole thing's stupid. I've always said that, and I'm gonna continue to say it. The whole thing was stupid. At the end of the day, Vaughn swung on Quando. He whooped that man. He was beating on that man in front of everybody. Tim hopped out. Tim shot him. Vaughn gone. You can't do no get back when the person you trying to get back for was the one starting the whole situation. It ain't like they saw him at the club and they hopped out on him and they like, oh yeah, there go Vaughn. Let's go beat him up. Let's go shoot him. No, that's when you can talk about some get back. But your partner started it. Ain't nothing to get back for. And you trying to kill the wrong person to begin with. And like I said, it's just stupid. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man.